Sean, Ritchie, Scott, Abz and Jay, welcome to noise11.com. Great to see the five of you together.
You're the first person to say our name first when you say all of our names.
Yeah.
It's a good ego boost. That I feel powerful.
Oh, very good, very good. Well, I'm actually going to get to Ritchie first. So, Ritchie, my question is for you first, totally unmusic related, because my son is a sommelier, and like you had your time in Sydney. Tell me about the alter ego of being the sommelier.
Okay, so let me just clear something up, right? I opened a restaurant and bar in Glebe in Sydney, right? And so I have a rudimentary knowledge of Australian wines, which is slowly kind of going. Actually, it's evaporating. But somehow somebody wrote on my Wikipedia that I was sommelier, and now it comes up all the time. But I'm not actually a sommelier.
Oh no, I'm so disappointed. And you know what the sad thing about that is? You're just reinforcing the point that British people only know about Australian table wines through the Monty Python sketch.
Probably.
Although I have had lots of lovely Australian red wine. We went to
yeah. There is some really good.
Nothing. You can't back it up.
Yes, made a great.
Does anybody know anything about wine?
Grape, smooth.
Yeah, I like a Tempranillo.
All right, let's get off the wine questions then. I mean,
Abz likes the Tempranillo.
At least we've solved the conspiracy theory. Hopefully, someone will now go back into your Wikipedia page and update it with the information, the facts.
Bring your dog back. I need some
Yeah. Sean, after Five disbanded, you went into The Voice UK. What motivated that part of the career after Five?
Yeah, that was just a little mental episode of life. I don't know. I think I got to an age where I just thought, we're never ever going to perform again. Nothing's ever going to happen again. I just want to get on there with my piano, because when I was in the band, I always wanted to be like a singer-songwriter. And then when I got into the band, I don't know, we had our experience what we had. Then I felt sort of unexpressed, like something was still inside. I thought we're never ever going to get back together as a band again, never going to perform again. I thought at that time I was like 30, so I thought I was old. I'm 44 now, I'm still in the band. But at 30, I thought, oh no, that's it. It's all finished.
We've all had that.
I just thought it's done and dusted, and it happened. There was no thought of business. There was no sort of. I didn't think it.
See what it was. It was just one thing. It was an absolutely fantastic performance.
Yeah, that was that really.
Yeah. Well, let's get on to Scott and your post-Five career in radio. So we have something in common. You were doing radio. Did you ever get to the point?
You've got a voice for radio.
Thank you.
Radio.
You know what? I've always I really enjoyed doing radio. So literally just after the band split in September, in the November, I got my first job in radio with a guy called Chris Brooks. And just found my love for radio really early on. So I've done it for a good few years. I really like sort of doing the sort of podcast stuff and the radio stuff. It's something I really, really enjoy.
Can we hear your podcast voice?
It's this voice.
I was the same.
Just talking.
Did you ever get to announce a Five song?
Loads of times, because you get PRS for it. So we used to play them.
Used to force it.
It's corruption.
So basically, every half on Fridays, we used to do, song every hour.
Five Fridays.
Yeah, 5 Fridays.
Freaky 5 Fridays.
If want a steak dinner, play Keep On Moving.
Jay, you left the industry. Some fans believe you might have worked as a DJ or ran a dance studio. Fill us in on what we don't know.
That was on Friday night.
When he was running the dance studio, he used to wear 80s lycra thing. Oh, he had a headband.
No, he didn't have a headband. He had the same glasses on his
No, mate, I haven't done anything since
walked off the last time I performed with the guys. I haven't done anything in the industry.
He's been in his boxer shorts scouring the internet for 2 decades.
Sat in reclination in a pair of boxer shorts for two decades.
You sat for 25 years, literally sat there just thinking, what was that?
Yeah.
What's happened?
Yeah.
What's gone on?
Yeah. No, I did. I just spent time. I just kind of lived a very, not always quiet, but mostly very quiet life.
Yeah, you weren't very quiet when we were in Ibiza.
No, or in Camden. Yeah, just kind of lived a normal life, to be honest, mate. Like, you know, quite solitary at times.
He's not quiet now, I'll tell you that.
Making up for it.
Now I'm making up for it all now.
Absolutely.
Back with my reprobate crew.
Is that compliment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Abz? Abz, the solo album, after going through the whole 5 experience and then doing the solo album, what was that experience like for you?
It was, to start off with, I didn't want the band to split up in the first place. So I was always an advocate of staying together. I still felt like we had so much further to go. But of course, undeniably and obviously we weren't coping, and I wasn't really aware of it. But I just carried on because it's all I knew what to do and how to do. And I didn't have any qualifications or anything like that. So the offer was there with Simon Cowell and the management that we had at the time. But to be honest, it was I felt like I would have carried on doing what 5 did, that rock rap kind of thing, and it got steered in a completely different direction. I didn't feel like I had the artistic creativity or the freedom, so I kind of just I just went against my own album. I didn't promote it, and I kind of
you did all right.
Self-sabotaged it.
Good job.
It wasn't really my thing, but it was something. So that's all I said.
You was there though, mate.
I appreciate it.
You was there.
When these albums were coming out by 5 from 1998 onwards, you know, the 5 album Invincible and Kingsize, they're incredibly successful in not only the UK, but also in Australia. And we will be seeing you down here. 11 top 40 hits. Does that take care of the set list predominantly? You've got 11 songs you can slide in that you have to play.
Yeah. For a big part, obviously, you play the hits.
Yeah,
so.
you play the hits, and then we've kind of just looked through all of the albums and just handpicked some really, really like good songs. And we also done like an online poll on our website to really, you know, because we it's important to us for the fans to know what they might be coming to see. So we've stockpiled all that information, and the set list is looking really, really strong.
There was a whole lot of We Will Rock Yous, I think, we were doing the rounds. Even in Australia, we had John Farnham and Queen doing We Will Rock You. I think there was a Robbie Williams and Queen, We Will Rock You. You had 5 and Queen, We Will Rock You, with Brian and Roger both playing on your record. Were you all in the studio at the same time when that was done?
I think Brian went in and did his guitar solo like on his own. So no, I don't think we recorded it all together, but we did obviously do a lot of rehearsals for the live stuff that we did together, like opening the Brits and various different things.
We done some big festivals,
and we did played Hyde Park with Queen as well.
There's been some attempts at reunions over the years. This is historically the most important one because it is all 5 of 5. 2006 was 4 out of 5. You opted out of that, Sean. I think 2012, Sean, you were in, but Jay, you were out of the 2012.
You do the okey cokey.
So it's a confusing name to have, 5, when you don't have all 5, isn't it?
Well,
yeah. But actually, something that's quite literally, as you've said, that just occurred to me, because over the years that's been said and we've all kind of gone, yeah, why did we do that? That's actually worked in our favor, because if it just occurred to me, if we had a different name, and it could have worked equally well without all 5 people.
Right,
so like someone might have gone on just a couple and done something. It might have worked out better because it would have been more accepted.
So
so what
felt like a hindrance
actually worked in our favor. Yeah,
because now counters, we're all here.
Yeah.
It's
By the
unfortunate.
way, if it comes to our tour, all you've got to do is count to 5, get on up or get on down. It's really, really simple.
It's really simple.
Leave your stresses at home. It's not complex.
No.
That's all it takes. Well, Fleetwood Mac was 5 members, and they were rarely all 5 together. That was a couple of albums where you had all 5. They only toured Australia once with all 5 members. So
we definitely get on better together than Fleetwood Mac do, and have done over the years.
Abz, with Abstract Theory, by the time that came along, I think 2003 was a very interesting musical time. Eminem had really entrenched himself in the charts. Coldplay was happening. Red Hot Chili Peppers were huge. Foo Fighters were starting to do their thing. Did you feel like a sort of a fish out of water when you had this whole new sound coming along and you were competing with that?
Like I'd give a really smart answer, but I don't really remember. Like I honestly don't remember much of them days. Like I have big gaps in my memory when it comes to recollecting even 5 stuff, let alone like this morning. But when it came to that era, all I knew is coming out of a band like this, it was great, a great pop era, a great musical era. And the songs that I made with these boys, it wasn't going to get recreated on the same level, but it was a strange time as well.
I don't think you give yourself enough credit for that album, though.
Nah, man. Regardless of that, honestly,
I think,
it's not even about that. I'm just the era I felt like I was in as a solo artist for the short period that was it was just a strange one.
I think this is my personal opinion. Abz has got the absolute talent and genius, and is wired to the moon basically. And he could have 100% had a massive solo career. Out of all of it, he's probably got the most thing for that, I would say, on his own. I'm probably offending the other band members. It's probably not the best thing to do when we're having a reunion, but it's happened.
Yeah, this shit's over.
I think it's a probably bad thing to say out loud because you'll probably build his ego up.
Yeah, it's not what I feel about the others. What I feel about Abz, but I just think that, like he said, he wasn't really aware when he came out of the band and stuff like that. And I just think he wasn't in the right place at that time, which is sad, really.
I would have needed that break. Like the break was needed. I just wasn't aware of it. Just keep going, and it wasn't at the levels that I should have been.
To me, is the next best dancer in the band.
Yeah, it's true. Sean on the move.
There's some great sampling that was done with this band. When I go back and have a listen to Everybody Get Up, the I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett and the Blackheart sample, Rock the Party, Grease, the Frankie Valli, Barry Gibb song in there. Did you guys have any input into which songs were being used for sampling in a 5 song?
Yes, like sometimes, that we're characters and we have our own musical tastes. And I think that was all put into like the mixing bowl of what the band was. And that, I think, was a big thing because it's not such a now. But at the time, boy bands sang mainly ballads or we came out and we were very different. And, we had that hip hop thing and that rock thing and it differentiated us. And we
I like the fact that we've got that string to our bow. I love the fact that we've got the rock element and we've got the funk element, and we have done some ballads as well. So I love the fact that we've got all that in the locker.
It makes the show more interesting as well. I personally, if I went to a show and it was all ballads, I'd be asleep. Yeah. So it's not that we have that. We can have light shade and peaks and troughs and
How are you going to handle the samples in the live environment? I take it Brian May and Roger Taylor won't be coming to Australia with you.
No, I can almost guarantee.
I don't think so. But you never listen. I'll phone Rog and say, "Fancy getting on a plane?"
Yeah, would you if you don't mind?
Yeah, he's going to do the same thing.
Sorry, mate.
Yeah. So you've got the shows coming up in the UK. Taking us through to December, the Australian New Zealand show starting in May 2026. So what happens in the first half of the year for you guys next year?
Obviously it's going to be quite hectic, the tour here ending. I think we've got a few sort of ideas around Christmas, maybe doing some different shows that aren't confirmed yet. And then I'm pretty sure we'll just have a quiet Christmas off.
Couple of months off and
get ready, unless management look like they're nodding that's not going to happen. But a couple of months off and then over to Australia.
Fantastic.
Taking a lot of hot bath and cod liver oil after the month of performances.
Who knows?
We Too much information. Too much information. All right. 5, Sean, Ritchie, Scott, Abz, and Jay. It's been a pleasure to have you here at Noise 11, and look forward to seeing you in Australia in 2026.
Thanks a lot, man. Thank you very much.
Cheers,
Look forward
mate.
to seeing everyone at the shows.
Bye to the dog.
Winston says goodbye.
Yes,
Cheers, Winston.
Easy, Winston.
He will be your roadie.
Bring him along.
Perfect.
Nice.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, mate.
All the
Easy,
best.
mate.
Bye.